What's going on, everybody? C4, welcome back to the channel, and today we are here for episode 7 of Madden 22 Pink Slips. Appreciate all the comments, all the thumbs up, help the video in the YouTube algorithm, trying to push it up there, get more eyes on it, the shares, I see them on Twitter. Thank you very much, and hopefully we can just, we're going to keep on having a good time here, and maybe, we get a little bit more momentum, maybe not, but we're having a really good time, and we are doing some big things here. We're making history here. A 60 bomb, a legit 60 bomb last week for the Houston Texans with a brand new quarterback, Mac Jones, under center. And there's no messing around here, man. We are closing out the regular season. We're closing out year one. We're closing out the chapter with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as the owner of the Houston Texans. And he's getting his relocation at the completion of this episode. So that is good. We're taking it to the next level. But we need to figure out what player we're getting. You get a 60 bomb. You know you're getting that 5-star performance. You know you spun the wheel, which is a pink special, which we will cash in after we make the trade. But what players are we going to maximize that plus 10 to acquire from Tony Khan's Jacksonville Jaguars? There was a couple players on the dock. We had Justin Herbert here at quarterback. He looks pretty good. He looks really good. He's pretty much a pink slips quarterback personified. At wide receiver, we have Henry Ruggs, who looks good. He's pretty much a pink slips wide receiver personified. On the defensive side, one of the scariest athletic freaks to ever enter a Madden game as a rookie, Micah Parsons from Penn State, 78 star dev, a pink slips edge rusher personified. But you guys have decided, assistant coach James Wood has said, and overwhelming support from the people, we have the skill players in line, as shown by that 60 bomb. It is time to protect it. Jenkins and Jackson with that plus 10. J&J Security is the acquisition you guys want to make. Let's set that trade up right now. See what it looks like. To try to acquire J&J Security here, there's a little bit of an issue. And it's not an issue that I really want to... Okay, we have injuries on. I think I want injuries in pink slips. But I also don't really want to not be able to trade injured players. I feel like everyone should be fair game. And we're in a wacky world where The Rock can do... He's the commissioner. He can damn well force any trade that he wants. So here's what we're going to do. For some reason, even though I turned injuries off, he's still not here to trade Austin Jackson to get the left tackle, Tevin Jenkins. So our big upgrade, our plus 6 of our 10, is still on board. Ben Bartch, 67 star dev guard, to get Jonah Jackson, 73 star dev guard. And I'm thinking this. We're going to get Jenkins. I can get any trade I want. We're the goddamn Rock, okay? As soon as I can, I'm going to be a little late on that payment. That's what happens when you're the Jaguars and you got beat by a 10-star overall performance. We're only using 5. People are saying in the comments, C4, you should have spun the wheel twice. I should have. What we're going to do here is we're just going to be a little bit tardy on our payment here to Jacksonville. We're going to make this trade, and then when it's convenient to us, AKA, I'm going to write it down, and I'm going to remember it, when we can trade Austin Jackson to Jacksonville, I'll just trade him for like the worst guy on the team and then just cut him. But that trade, that's what happens, man. We're going to be a little tardy, a little late on our payment because we're just so disrespectful. We disrespected you on the field, and we're disrespecting you on the pink slips payment. So J&J Security have been acquired. Left-hand side of the offensive line on point. We've taken Austin Jackson, wrapped him up in bubble wrap. He's staying at the facility until we can ship him. We're shipping with FedEx, so it's going to be a couple weeks late to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now it's time to apply what we earned from that 5-star performance, the spin of the wheel, which is the pink special, plus 3 throw power, 3 acceleration, 3 sprint speed to any player that we want. And I guess we're going with Mac Daddy as our franchise quarterback, at least for right now. And with him, we're going to give him number 10. Going to give him his college number, give him his right number. He's going to look good in the threads. And we are going to apply plus 3 throw power to what is probably not a great throw power, 86. It's going to take him up to an 89. So he goes from a 73 to a 75 overall. I think a question might need to be made right now. Do we make Mac Jones? I think we got to make Mac Jones a team captain right now. I think that's what needs to be done. He's earned it. You put up an historic, like a pink slips number that we might not have seen since the Tom Savage days. I think you earned enough to get your captaincy. And then we have our plus 3 speed, plus 3 acceleration, and we, unironically enough, opened up last episode talking how we've acquired Najee Harris, and we have maybe a franchise running back here. And I also said the speed's kind of not great, but but we have a way of upgrading speed in this series. And then oddly enough, we roll it on the wheel. So Harris is going to have now 93 acceleration, which takes him up to an 80 overall. He's going to have 91 speed, which brings him up to an 80 overall elusive back. This is Najee Harris 2.0 Pink Slips reimagined. Let's go, man. Powerhouse running back. He's looking good. He's looking great. And I'm excited to pound the rock with him behind J&J security now, holding down the offensive line. Tevin Jenkins and Jonah Jackson. Welcome to Houston, soon to be San Antonio. Now, the last thing I want to do before we get into the episode is scouting. We are in a series where it's going to be fake players. I have kind of scouted here just a little bit, but I've been holding off because I felt about, adding something into this series that I have an option to, because once I do the main channel franchise with the Panthers, I'm going to be using realistic draft classes. Right now, on my Patreon, any tier, from $50 all the way down to $2, I will have a post where you guys, as long as you are a supporter on my Patreon, you can just throw me a name, throw me a school, throw me a position. I will put your player into my draft classes. And what order will I put your player? I'll probably make them like the first rounders, because it's fake. It doesn't matter what their name is. That's The Rock. The Rock's the coach. That's literally the sales pitch right here. It doesn't matter what your name is. I'll put it in here for first round. So everyone right now on my Patreon, there will be a post on the Patreon. If you miss it, don't worry. I'm going to do this every draft because I'm only using generated draft classes. So make sure you get a bunch of names up there. Don't do anything stupid, because if it's really stupid, I'm probably not going to draft it if your end goal is hoping that I draft the player that you name. But that will be a perk that I'm throwing up on Patreon right now to everyone that is going above and beyond to support my channel. So by the time that this is up to you guys on the old YouTubes, the post should be live on Patreon to rename a player. And we may or may not, depending on if you have come with a great name, I may try to target them extra in the draft. So now that that is said and done, we have 3 games here. We are now playing, because you can't drop a 60 bomb and just keep on keeping on. We are now playing on all Madden, at least to close out this episode. If it's bad, if it's hard, if it's brutal, it's not fun, if it's super cheesy, it's just for this episode, because there's no way you drop a 60 bomb and you just keep on keeping on all pro. That's not how I want to finish out year 1. So we have the Chargers, who look pretty damn good. We have the 49ers, and then we close out the season against the AFC South leading Titans. That's the game we'll play. We want a little bit more respect within the division. So I think week 16 here, we'll start things off with, we'll play the moments. Then we'll straight up sim that week 17 game against the 49ers. And then we'll play the week 18 game against the Titans. And I think the last thing we need to do here is we have a breakout scenario, which we're not going to glitch, because we're actually going to be into the game. And I don't think it will glitch. But we have Odave Owe, who's unstoppable in our last episode. I think he had 3 TFLs, 3 sacks, 2 or 3 sacks. He was getting big time scores. So if we hold the Chargers less than 250 total yards, or Owe gets 1 interception, forced fumble, TFL, or sack, he is going to get off his normal dev and become a star dev player, which from what we saw in the last episode, he absolutely deserves. So without further ado, let's get into the Chargers game and hopefully get our 6th win of the season. So look at the Chargers roster, 83 overall. Quick look at their X factors. They got Michael Thomas, Joey Bosa, Trent Williams, Josh Allen, the edge rusher, not the quarterback. It's okay. Gonna be very, very tough. Very, very tough. And when we do hop in on the sticks, it's gonna be all Madden, just smashing us in the face. There we go. There's that QB though. There's that historic, record-breaking. Tom Savage slid into his DM. That's how impressive Mac Jones's pink slip performance was. Got that new team captain badge. He is looking like a stud. Don't look at any of those other stats. Those weren't while he was with us. While he was with us, he was absolutely lights out. RG3 is proud to have Mac Jones as quarterback. This is a phenomenal shot of one of the last games to be ever played in NRG Stadium before we complete the move to the much superior city of San Antonio as someone that's never stepped foot in the state of Texas. Let's see what our squad can do here. I feel like we will hop in every now and again just to have a little bit of fun here. I really want, at least right now, our first snap on all Madden, just to get a taste of what it's like. 3rd and 8's a big time throw. J&J security on the left-hand side. There's 69 and 68. Can they hold up? Can we find Parham? Oh, it was actually, you know, 1 of 5 for Mac Jones is not great. And that was, you know, wasn't a brutal pocket. We had a long time to throw, just nothing really developed. That probably wasn't the best play, is what we could say. Let's come back in again. Let's try this again. Not try to go something with 3 tight ends on the field, considering our tight ends are not the strength of this team. 3rd and 10 in field goal range, which is good. Mac Jones. Can we get a quick pass off to Duvernay and let him do the rest? Yards at the catch. Throws a stiff arm. Let's go. 1st down. Texans on the 16-yard line. Looking like they could score here. Got the alarm going because college football is about to start, but I don't care because I'm too busy doing pink slips, and we're getting touchdowns there with Mac Jones. 3rd down alert. Let's come in one more time. 3rd and 5. We got the score. I am feeling there is something special with Mac Jones. And I say that as someone that, like, if you watched SEC football last year, you're either Team Mac Jones, oh my God, the running back. Oh, he almost caught a Najee. I think that was the right read, too. I think people would be like, C4, that was just a tough play. That was the right read. Okay, we are moving the ball up and down the field here. 13-0 in the first half. I think we have, like, a super OP team. Point being, as a Gator fan, you were pretty much Team Kyle Trask or Team Mac Jones for, like, the Heisman race and who's the best quarterback in the SEC. So, like, just by proximity, I had to hate Mac Jones. So it is tough for me to get behind him as our quarterback in this series, as a Kyle Trask stan last season, but he is growing on me. The historic performance last week, what he's trying to do right here today is we quickly throw it to Najee, runs over that guy, the disrespect, 1st down. This is looking like a pink slips victory. He's thrown it 43 times, no turnovers. My God, what are we built? We might make the playoffs. If we can beat the Chargers, who are a very tough team. They have a quarterback in place. Actually, that's a lie. I kept for 1 second thinking they had the Josh Allen QB. They have Drew Lock. They do not have a quarterback in place. This is looking all bad, and we can do it. At least from a sim spot. We can do it. Let's calculate the score and add another player to our team. Okay, so we won the game, 1 star. We won the turnover battle, which is worth a half star. Going into the player stats, Mac Jones in the sim, all Madden, threw for 269, nice, but he got 3 touchdowns, which is where they half score in his scoring. Happy with that. Here's something I'm going to add that I think makes sense, but we've never really applied it to pink slips. Najee Harris was 5 yards off. 95 yards rushing looks good. I think in today's NFL, we should, for the running backs anyways, and receivers too, if you do gadget plays, it should be 100 yards from scrimmage. Because right now you get a half star if you have 100 rushing yards or 100 receiving yards. Doesn't it feel like, you know, in the world of, you think of fantasy football and PPR and everything, like we should combine, like if a running back goes over 100 yards between rushing and receiving, that should also count. I'm going to apply it here today. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section. I think it makes sense. I don't know if that's too cheesy, too easy. I don't know, but I'm going to apply it today. So Najee Harris had 100+ yards of scrimmage, and he had 2 receiving touchdowns. So that's 1 full star for Najee Harris. And unfortunately, that's the last star that we had on the day. We did get the 1 sack for Owe, so we will be going up dev trait to start, which is awesome. But overall, it is a 3-star performance for the Houston Texans in the sim victory with a little bit of gameplay mixed in. A +6 upgrade incoming. All right, first things first, let's get our dev trait for Owe. What?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
You only needed one sack. He got the sack. I'm giving it to him. I'm going to have to go rewind the tape. If that's what it was, and this is just another thing that's broken, I'm giving him the dev trait. Yeah, it was 100%. 1 sack would give him a dev trait. So, of course, only in Madden 22 would dev traits that you don't achieve count for an upgrade, but dev traits you do achieve don't count for an upgrade. Hey, as long as maybe you guys are getting something out of this series, you're like, oh, I got to double check that now. Maybe you wouldn't have thought to double check within your own series. If you get a scenario, you pretty much get to do that work with yourself. Best of luck to you. God, this game needs like 6 patches to drop right in September with the scouting update. But there we go. Owe with a new dev trait. Very excited to see what the future holds. We decided not to go with the Micah Parsons upgrade, stick with OA, maybe more of a long-term play. I also changed his number. He was number 25. That felt really weird for an edge rusher, so I gave him 43, the same number that his 40-yard dash time was at 260 pounds. 4'3", 40, god damn! With our +6 from the victory, here are the upgrades that make sense potentially from the Chargers. First, we'll be upgrading Street to Ross Blacklock, former high-ish pick from the Houston Texans, 71 normal dev. Would be, our only guy above a 70 on the defensive line, but there's no dev trait there. We have White Lightning, who's a little bit of a channel legend. Troy Apke, 69 overall, trying to be, Jason Sehorn 2.0. I love Troy Apke, but it's probably the best upgrade we can make. Asante Samuel Jr., 75 star dev rookie. I know we're acquiring a lot of rookies, but that's kind of the nature of this series because a lot of the guys that are going to be attainable for our Cupquake squad that are going to be big upgrades are most likely rookies that are in the 70s and have yet to really hit the peak of their career. Or we have another little bit of a channel legend here in Johnny Townsend, the Gong Show, 67, and getting the thickest punter to ever exist. The face of the other is Presley Harvin III, 96 kick power. I would like it, but let's be honest, man. At this point, when it comes on to my shoulders to make phrasing, suspect phrasing, I got to make the move that's best for the squad. This is clearly the best move, the best use of that +6, because we're using all of it. So we are going to be upgrading and sending away. I mean, I hope we play the Chargers again in a later date. I can bring back White Lightning because I think he's a pillar. He's a pillar of pink slips. He's a pillar of franchise cupcake modes on my channel. But when you have a chance to get Asante Samuel Jr. and your secondary kind of sucks, and you're looking at Greg Newsome, who wants a little bit more help on the back end of the defense, you got to go get him Asante Samuel Jr. to come help him out. And his dad, one of the best corners I've ever seen play for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm excited with the addition of Asante Samuel Jr. Welcome to Pink Slips. Look at this, 1 week in and Asante Samuel already just thriving in our scheme. I'm actually not going to make him a zone. We're going to go ahead, hook him up with the man-to-man upgrade, give him +2 man coverage because, you want him to, buy in to what you're trying to build. This week we have the 49ers. Good God, they're tough. 85 overall, so thank God we're just straight up simming what is most likely going to be a massacre. I mean, they don't have crazy X Factor talent. Ryan Ramczyk, QB Josh Allen, big play Darius Slay, and John Allen. John Allen and Josh Allen. I mean, it's not a bad squad, but 85 overall. That is the highest overall I've seen so far in Pink Slips for this, fantasy draft, resetting the NFL. So good luck to Mac Jones and company. Here comes Josh Allen here. God, the guy got a big old head on him, huh? Oh, what? Got them dreadlock polygons going on. All right, we're straight up simming this game. Mac Jones has been impressive. So, I mean, what? Should we expect him just to keep on? Look at this, man. He's going up and down the field. We're matching them. We're trading touchdowns with maybe the most talented team in the league. Just trading them. Look at that. I did not think Mac Jones, who's like, +2 overall, better than Nick Foles, would make the Houston Texans, competitive. We're winning. I didn't change playbooks. I mean, I've thought about it. I've proposed to you guys about changing playbooks to maximize what we got. I think we just needed Mac Jones. Because we have a chance with 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter to beat the best team in the league here. Okay. That's another win for the Houston Tech. I cannot wait for me to hop in and lose by 70 just to show how much better my team is when I'm not controlling them. But since we've gone to all Madden, 2-0, 3-0 with Mac Jones as our starter. He is elite. The elite. Okay, so looking at the score, we won the game, which is 1 star. Looking at the turnover battle, which we won, that is worth a ½ star into our player stats. Mac Jones, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. The 3 touchdowns gives him a ½ star. Najee Harris, 2 rushing touchdowns, gives him a half star. Quez Watkins, 2 receiving touchdowns, gives us a half star. Then on the defensive side of the ball, no TFLs really, no sacks really. We had 2 picks from 65 overall free safety AJ Moore. Each pick's worth half. 1 full star there. We're also, just because it is a new scoring, we were very close. For the Gong Show, Johnny Townsend, 4 in the 20 is worth half star. We did not achieve that. So all in all, we have a 1, 2. All right. It's a 4-star performance. Make sure that's right. I'm not even messed up. 1, 2. Yeah, it's a 4 plus 8. Plus 8 upgrade for the Houston Texans. The Rock. Views must be skyrocketing, at least for The Rock. Hopefully that comes this way here, because this has been a success story in every sense of the word. And it's down to this guy right here, QB 10, Mac Jones, the rookie. Let's go. That big time plus 8 upgrade. Here is the 3 players, the short list, if you will, so I can explain my decision making. First, we can flip Devin Duvernay, 73 star, for T. Higgins, 79. Adds and offers something to our wide receiver room that we don't really have. We have the speed and route running for Quez and Devontae Smith. And then we have Duvernay, who's also just kind of speed, yards after catch. T. Higgins at 6'4", 215. Star Dev, much more that jump ball, big time playmaker that right now we kind of just have to really rely on. Donald Parham, 6'8" at tight end. So I'm very intrigued with that one. We have Solomon Kindley, who's a player we won earlier in the series, 72 with a star dev. But I know you guys so far have been prioritizing the offensive line, and we can get a +7 to get Nate Davis, who's a 79 star dev. Just same age, it's just a better upgrade. Same scheme fit, agile. I like seeing that. Or Caleb Brantley is currently our defensive tackle 1, and he's a 66 overall. It's one of our weakest positions, and we could use all of that +8 to land PJ Hall, who I actually think's a free agent right now. I don't think he's actually on a roster. He's a good athlete, though. 93 strength, 79 speed, 84 acceleration. For me, because, you know, again, it's a surprising victory, I think I'm going to go with the least sexy but maybe highest overall play that we can go, because it's like you guys have been prioritizing the offensive line, right? And I feel like this is the best move to keep on keeping on with that offensive lines. It's, you know, Duvernay, while getting T. Higgins offers something different, Duvernay's still a guy 100% we can maximize, we can utilize with that speed, with his danger, with the ball in his hands. Just something like this, it's just straight up improving our offensive line, which is, you know, you kind of want to build that foundation early on, and we're getting kind of free wins like this, wins that are coming from the sim. Might as well take that type of time, because it's not like it was an epic victory that we busted our balls to come back on the sticks. This was just kind of given to us. We might as well use this to build the trenches, because why not? You got to do it sometime. Why not do it year 1? So welcome Nate Davis to Pink Slips. So as we gear up for the final week, we have another Defensive Player of the Week award winner here. AJ Moore with his 2 interceptions got AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and I didn't really see enough feedback, because I did bring up the question, like, should we reward our own players for getting Player of the Week? And obviously, you know, you can't really you can't retroactively add stars, because we already did the deal. I feel like it should go to the player at some point. It should be some sort of boost, but then I don't know what kind of boost. So I want to just make it like an awareness boost to maybe help boost his overall just a little bit. And I don't really want to retroactively add more boosts. We've done a lot of good. We've added a lot. I don't need anything extra, but I will use this as another opportunity to propose to you guys, what should we really do if we have a player that wins a weekly award? Should it be some sort of performance boost, like a +1, +2, +3, somewhere like that, to a specific stat? Let me hear it. I don't want to go down the avenue of like giving him a dev trait or anything like that, but I think we should at least open up the door and the idea of maybe rewarding a weekly award winner. We have a breakout scenario here ahead of the game that we're going to hop in on the 6th, and it's actually AJ Moore. Nice. He actually did get something from that weekly award. He's a dev trait. Hold the Titans to less than 200 passing yards, or get AJ Moore 1 interception, forced fumble, TFL, or sack. Okay, should be doable. We'll have to double check that ourselves because the game doesn't properly track that, but that'd be pretty cool to have a safety just randomly earn a dev trait in game. And this is really a chance to play spoiler. We're 7-9. We're last place in the South, even though we've won 2 in a row. And the Titans are one of the best teams. They're one of the premier teams, 12-4. Let's get a look here at their squad and how badly it's going to be when I actually have to get in and play on all Madden. The X Factors, they have Khalil Mack in Honey Badger, Byard, Dak Prescott, Johnny Hecker. We got our own little Greg Newsome there chilling as our lone superstar. Let's just get on to sticks. Let's close out year 1 of Pink Slips right. Try to go 3-0 in the final episode and get another player to just give us that much more momentum in the offseason. Okay. Let's go, man. Open and drive. Feeling good. All Madden. Not feeling good with that. Alright, it can only go up, man. Can only go up. This kid, Mac Jones, is special. I'm getting Tom Savage vibes from a sim perspective here with Mac. I think he's going to show. If he's really going to be the second coming of Tom Savage, he's going to connect on 3rd and 20 here with somebody. Oh, yeah. Let's go, man. All Madden or not, we're making plays. We got nothing to lose. We're fearless. Let's try running here behind this new and improved offensive line. Our first game with Pink Slip boosted. Najee Harris, Tevin Jenkins, J&J security. Okay. Najee's just looking for somebody to run over.
That's terrible.
Come on, Quez. Oh, it's so frustrating, man. Get that big 3rd down conversion, and then you literally just have him, you know, not a great throw. Guy's open. Just put it on him, Mac Jones. I don't know. Sim Mac Jones might not be C4 Mac Jones, unfortunately. Still a lot of game left. And don't break. Let's get some pressure from this prolific pass rush. And actually, we just have 2 guys that don't even get close to tackling Davis there. I don't know who that is. Be it Corey Davis, Gabe Davis. Davis with the touchdown. Punishes the interception there from Mac Jones. Fucking great blocking. Awesome blocking. It's just Khalil Mack. Nah, don't put anybody on him. Well, you know, hey. We already forecasted this. When I said we're switching this to all Madden for the episode, I already knew that this was going to be fucking not fun at all. So here we are. Here we are, baby. Let's go. At least we got to have fun with our team simming. And then we get to kick off next season back on All Pro, where the game's playable for someone like me. Here we go. Throwing a little bit of run defense here. 3rd and long. We're gonna need to pass it. I feel like we don't get pressured. It's not going to end well. So let's see Montez Sweat, Owe, one of the 2, get home like Khalil Mack did for them. Gets bodied on the end of the offensive line, but he throws it short. Kind of a white flag pass there, you know, just waving it. Don't want to deal with our pressure. Good job, defense. All right, double slant. It's just priority right now is getting one of, if not both, those guys out of their X factor, because they're gonna just absolutely embarrass us. I think we got Khalil Mack in coverage right now. And there's a nice sack there by Keem Hicks. Come on, O-line. Come on, we invested in the offensive line. Let's go. If you can't hold up to let me get a slants off, because there's no throwing with anticipation on all Madden. It's going to be a pick. If the guy's not wide open, like, this is going to be a pick. 100%. Not a great pass. Actually, Quez Watkins almost had it. Quez Watkins... I think here's just another thing. I'm not going to turn this into a C4 just complains about all Madden, but this is a catch on any other difficulty. And the only reason why this isn't a catch, because look, Quez Watkins, double coverage, like, you know, maybe not an interception there, but look, he has it in his hands. Still has it in his hands. Look, look, look. That's all Madden. That right there is why I don't like playing all Madden. My team sucks. I make a great play. Let's get hype. Like we got hype on All Pro, right? With the crazy sacks and stuff like that. Yeah, I wish All Pro was a little bit harder because this series should be a little more grindy. But just by going All Madden, you have this happen. Oh, yeah, he just over jumps 2 guys, kind of one-handser, brings the ball down 2 feet, and it... Oh, let's go Newsome. Maybe offensive pass interference. Felt like my guy got tackled there. 3rd and 10. If our defense can get back-to-back stops, maybe a little bit of momentum coming our way. That's out of bounds. That's out of bounds. Good stop, man. Let's go. Come on. Let's get the mother X factor here. Try to stand in the pocket. Quez gets away. It's underthrown. Whatever. Nice pick six, Marshawn Lattimore. Okay, backs against the wall, nothing to lose. Final game ever for the Houston Texans. Let's have a little bit of fun with it. Let's get weird. Let's make some plays. Got some timeouts here. I'm not afraid to use the middle of the field. We got Najee Harris. Got some blockers out in front of him. Can't make the first guy miss, but I think we are in field goal range. I'll take a field goal. We'll take any points at this point. All right. Suck it, AJ Boye. Suck it. Devontae Smith, Mac Jones hook up. And we got a little something to celebrate. A little bit of momentum going in the second half. Hell of a jump ball. Look at that. Just the better player. He's just the better player. And God, I hate that interception animation. I would have been frustrated if Boye was the guy to come down with that. Get stop here, 3rd and goal. See what we can do. Okay, they're doing some audibles. I don't like it. You know what? I'm going to try to drop back in coverage. Oweh. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get a pick six, Jason Oweh. Come on, I dare you. You know what? My kid's going to be home in 5 minutes. I'd rather just go hang out with him than finish this one. So let's just, this one's over. See what Mac Jones can do in the sim here. Probably, I'd love to see him get a touchdown. But to close out the Houston Texans era, let's see what we can do here. Can we get something? There's a clock got to run out. Oh, nice. No timeouts. Let's try and get a tutty here. Oh, yes. Red zone slants. 0% chance it's going to be an interception. 0. There we go. Devontae Smith, second touchdown of the game. We send the fans home happy as we finish this one out. Thank God. I just cannot wait. It's going to be like popping like a bad zit. Switching that thing. Like the relief you feel when I switch this back to All-Pro. Thank God. This was just not enjoyable. I do wish there was a little bit more difficulty in All-Pro this year because we dropped 60 points on All-Pro. But I think the pros of like, yeah, that was kind of competitive. Me on defense, there was some cheese and there should be an element of cheese because my team sucks. But like just like that Quez drop and just little things that Madden has never really got right with the All Madden difficulty. Like they make it video game hard, not realism hard. I just don't want to do it. But so we finish out. I mean, I'm pretty sure these stats probably going to reset because for some reason there's that bug. But final performance here for Mac Jones. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. We have 26 yards for Najee Harris. I just couldn't get anything going there. Quez Watkins, 66. Devontae Smith, 2 receiving touchdowns. Duvernay had 79 yards. Defensively, we had a couple TFLs across the board. Greg Newsome actually picked up an injury. Hopefully, he'll be ready for the start of next season, but there's just a big old fat L for the Houston Texans. And I think that will do it. We got thumped. A.J. Brown didn't get his dev trait. It is what it is, man. Finished as a 72 overall squad. Still 3 points off of losing players. We'll probably hit that sooner than later next season. Bears 1 seed in the NFC. Titans, who just felt the wrath 1 seed in the AFC, very much so. They were very difficult to beat. All Madden or not. We get to knock the difficulty back down, though, to All Pro, so that's going to be pretty fun. Let's see where we're picking in the draft. Speaking of the draft, what happened here? Bears 16-1. God damn. We got top 10 pick. And speaking of a pick, let's just get to the end here. Guys, first time stopping by, hit that subscribe button. Love to hit 150K. For the draft, we've added now, if you support my Patreon, any tier, between tier $2 tier all the way up to the S tier, $50 Lane Johnson tier. Everyone will have an opportunity, be it this draft and or the next draft, because I don't know when I'm going to be recording this, and when I record the next episode, obviously when I get to the draft, I'm going to have to use the names that got there first come, first serve. You will have your own creative players in our draft, because we do fantasy drafts here. So, hey, it's a great way to support the channel, but if you can't do that, I don't got the disposable income. Hard times for everybody here. Thumbs up. A like on the video. It's free, but it helps my videos in the YouTube algorithm. Comments, shares, all these little interactions help out my videos so that when little Timmy goes into the search bar, types in Madden 22 or Madden 22 franchise, it's not a bunch of dudes just going in the same old at the top. They'll be like, maybe once in a while, an old C4 video will get up there, we'll get some new eyes on the product, and people can enjoy pig slips. Because, I mean, I got to be honest with you guys. I was worried. When we started, this is kind of to put the nightcap on year one, because we are now finishing as the Texans, going to be moving to San Antonio. I was a little bit worried. Madden 22, I was like, oh, the scouting update in September. I don't really want to do my main channel, Panthers franchise, just yet. Let's start with Pinks. Didn't know it was going to work, and well, the views, they are what they are. That's just, I guess, my channel. At this point, we're going to battle through it. I'm not going to let any of this stuff bring me down. We're going to keep on doing what we're doing, and we're going to believe that things will right the ship eventually. But it's you guys in the comments. The comments are absolutely vibing. The energy and the enthusiasm that you guys are showing is easily, it's infectious. Because if, the views were what they were and, like, people weren't really vibing with it, it'd be another year kind of like last year. It just would not, wouldn't be happy. Wouldn't be good times. Wouldn't be good times. But you guys are making it good times, and I sincerely say thank you because, it takes two to tango, I think, a little bit here on YouTube. And the juice, the energy that you guys are bringing for this series makes it awesome, man. It's very fun to record. So, yeah, all that stuff that I just said goes down to just thank you very much. And I'll see you guys back for the next one. Thanks for watching, and peace out.